5 minutes. Ninety seconds. One minute. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. Hopefully this works out right. Oh, I can't find this. There's the iPad button. All right, what's up, y'all? I am Stony. Thank you for tuning in. I am an old fat guy who really likes BMX and can't seem to ever BMX at all. So here we go. Thank you for tuning in. It's a big night. It's a very exciting night. One that I've been trying to make happen for a long time. A lot of you guys know, a lot of you guys don't know. I take care of my mom, and that requires a lot of time, and I'm working crazy overtime hours and trying to maintain a relationship. So like doing things like this are fewer and further between, and I don't regret having to put OFG on hold. It is what it is, but I'm very thankful to do things like this still. My brother was like, hey, go do what you gotta do. I'll take care of everything tonight. So, which is, I needed it because I've been wanting to do this video forever. So, all right, let's get down to business. When I was a kid, when I was like 16 years old, 15 or 16, I got my first job so that I could buy this. This is my video cassette of the movie Rad that I've had since I was a little kid. And fast forward to now, if you would have told me, hey dude, you're gonna be able to have a hand in promoting the DVD when it comes out 30 years later, I'd have been like, you're full of crap. And here we are. And a big part of that is it's a thank you to Bill Allen, who played Crew Jones in the movie Rad. He's been really good to OFG. He's come on twice, and I will say it until I'm blue in the face. If you're going to support an artist, support Bill Allen. Go to his website, myradcareer.com, and buy whatever you can. He's one of us, and he didn't have to do things like this, and he still does, and that's awesome. So Bill, you may or may not be watching, and I'm a little nervous talking, but thank you. So, all right, let's get down to business. They came out and decided that they were going to finally release the movie Rad, and I ordered it that first day, and here it is. As you can see, they sent it to OFG. And I've been wanting to do this with you guys forever, and I just haven't had time, but here we are, so let's make this happen. This is the box they sent me. It's got the Vinegar Syndrome stickers on the side. Just a little box. So let's open it up. Here we go. You guys are going to see it before I do. Whoa. All right. When you first open it up, there are two stickers sitting here waiting for you. Vinegar Syndrome with bubble wrap. So once you remove the bubble wrap, wow, these are gorgeous. All right, the video is not going to do it justice, but I'm going to try anyway. There's the front. And the back is three-dimensional. And maybe you can see, maybe you can't, but it looks phenomenal. Wow. And then you open it up, slide it out. Got the 4K video. And right now, these are going for $150 each on eBay, unopened. And the highest priced one I saw was $850 on Amazon, which is wow. And I understand the business behind it because streaming is way cheaper than printing out DVDs. So I'm pretty sure that's why they went about it that way. But all right, so I'm going to open this. Somewhere a collector is crying watching me open this. And I've seen pictures of it online, so I know what's inside, but all right. Here it is. Gonna open it up for you guys. Oh, well, oh, check it out. That's inside, and this is the cover. And in addition to that, it comes with a poster of Hell Track. And there is a rad poster on the other side, which that's so cool. Because I never had a rad poster. But, all right. Now that we got this open, our special guest, let me bring him in here. Where are you at, Beau? There is Beau Hansen. How you doing, buddy?
Good, doing great.
I brought Beau on because Beau is one of the artists that worked on the cover art. Or, I don't know, Beau, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. So we'll get to Red in a
All right.
second. First, thank you for taking time with
Okay.
us.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So let's go back to little kid Beau. What is your first rad memory that you can think of off the top of your head?
Wow. Relating to the movie Rad or just being rad in
Uh,
general?
Either or.
Um, Probably the craziest thing I can think of doing when I was young. My first BMX bike was a 1978 Huffy Thunder Trail. And it had a banana seat and it had a little number plate on it, and I just thought it was cool. And I got a radio for Christmas that you could put on the handlebars, so I'm cranking my tunes. And we had a field across the street, and there was a creek on it, through it, and motorcycle guys dirt bike guys would jump over the creek. So they had a little board kind of set up on a rock. So I'm like, I'm gonna Evel Knievel this baby. So I'm out there all alone, and I'm just cranking at this little 2x4 on a rock. And of course, I pulled up way too hard, and the bike just flew way out in front of me. And I actually landed. I cleared the creek, but I landed on a big rock right in the center of my back, which knocked the wind out of me. So I'm laying out in the middle of this little forest with a creek running through it, thinking I'm gonna die alone by this little trickling stream of water. And eventually I caught my breath, and I limped home, and I got yelled at because it was dinner time, and I wasn't answering the whistle that my dad would whistle out the window when it was time to eat. So, yeah, didn't care that I almost broke my back or anything. Their food's cold. What's wrong with you? So, yeah.
Well,
But as far as the movie goes, I grew up in a real small town with Jamie Kaiser. It's 19,000 now, but back then it was probably half that. And the only place we could rent VHS movies was this little gas station. So you all kind of had to fight to get there to get your movie, because if it was gone for the weekend. And so we'd all rush home after school, and I'd ride my bike there. And I remember seeing it on the rack, and I brought it home. And I don't believe Jamie and I had met yet. This is probably the year before. So I popped it in, and of course there's that mythical beginning with the smoke and the music, and I'm just like, what is this? Because back then you didn't really have BMX videos quite yet. I mean, this was the first thing. I mean, prior to that, there was a Mountain Dew commercial with Eddie Fiola, and it was like, holy crap, oh boy. And you would just watch TV over and over, hoping to see that commercial again. And we didn't have a VHS player. I had to rent one from the gas station. So, like, I couldn't record TV to record that commercial. But, I mean, we'd watch that movie over and over and over and over and over the beginning and the end, and the whole thing. And it was just, like, when you watch it now, it just takes you right back to when you were that little kid sitting on the floor, popping that tape in, just like, like, wow, there's more of us out there. This is
Hmm.
insane. And I know these guys, through the magazines, and now I know them personally, a lot of them, and it's just like you said, if you would have told me that when I was a little kid in this little town, I wouldn't have believed you. But I mean, these guys are just normal
Hmm.
guys, and they're really good people. It's a lot of fun. It's been a fun journey so far.
Okay. Well, you are a graphic designer by trade, and you had
Yep.
a hand in the art on this DVD. You want to give us a little background on how that came to happen?
Sure. I can't take credit for a lot of it. The art comes to us. I work for the company that printed the cover, um, but it was really funny because that morning I got a text from Jamie, and he's like, "Dude, they're putting Rad on 4K and Blu-ray. I got to go get a Blu-ray player." I go, "Well, you better get a 4K player." I'm getting all technical with him. He's like, "Ah, whatever, dude." But anyways, I'm like, "Really?" So then he sent me the link, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" So just like you and probably everyone else, I
Hmm.
pre-ordered it, and so I pre-ordered it illegally on my phone that I'm not supposed to have on me, and and then later that afternoon I'm at my desk and we get graphic files in, um, for upcoming work and stuff. We've got to kind of look over and make sure everything looks good and
Hmm.
stuff. And I click on this email and I'm like, Vinegar Syndrome, cool, because I collect movies. I love movies. And I'm like, oh, what's this movie gonna be? And I opened the file and I just about fell out of my chair. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me! Like, we're gonna be doing the Rad cover. This is awesome.
Oh,
So, I
time
mean,
out, time out. You didn't know this was going to happen?
okay, no, no, we just get art sent to us, and I mean, we have account managers that know this is coming down the line, but they don't really tell us. We just get the files and we make it happen. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was a total shock. Yeah,
What are the
yeah. So
chances?
it was like Christmas morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they
Um,
send you the art. Wow, just what got
yep.
like that's mind blowing. I didn't know any of that. I thought just since we're all friends, someone said, "Hey, I know a guy." You really had no idea?
No clue. No, it was kind of like winning the lottery. We do a ton of if you see a DVD out on the shelf that has a lenticular cover, odds are it's passed through my group's hands. That's one of the specialties that we do at my
Okay.
job. So I mean, we do a lot of stuff, and it's movies you've seen 100 times. But then when this came across my desk, I was like, this is something special because I knew the history on it. I knew people in it, and I also knew that, I mean, we've been waiting for this for
Yeah.
decades and decades. And it's like, I'm going to have a little part of this. This is
Yeah.
awesome. And I don't want to take full credit for the art. Like I said, I work with the
Mhm.
team. The guy that sits right next to me actually made it 3D. We all work together. We make proofs and plates and things and get it all approved. So it's a group effort. Um, but just to be a part of that team, and it was so hard to keep this a secret because I know you guys would have freaked out because we get things months and months in advance. So I just had to bite my tongue and wait for it to come out before I could kind of say what I can say.
Mhm.
There's a lot of confidentiality things, but yeah, it was a really really fun project for sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hold up some different parts of it, and you tell me if there's any background that you can tell me about it or what went into it. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
sure,
start
sure.
with the 3D. I don't even know what you would call that. Prism.
That's called lenticular
Okay.
art. Um, so basically, that's what we print. That was our piece of that
Hmm.
package. So the if you feel the front, it's kind of ridged, and those are called lenticules. They're little
Hmm.
lines, and we print on the back side of that. It's a clear piece of plastic. So depending on the angle you twist the package, it either gives it like a 3D look, or you've probably seen packages where when you turn it, like it'll actually have motion to
Hmm.
it, or it'll flip from one picture to another. So those are all different types of lenticular art. So yeah, that's the piece that we got in. And then we send that off to another vendor, and they assemble the slip cover and glue it to it and all that. And another person prints the discs, and so it's a huge effort. And when I got my copy, just like yours, I'm used to getting like I order a lot of movies. I've got like 1,500 movies, I think, so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch them all. Uh, Usually when I get a movie, it's just thrown in a box and it's rattling around. Half the time it's cracked, and I'm really picky about the covers because I'm a graphic artist, and that's a huge part of it for me, the packaging. But these were shipped so nice, the awesome box. They were wrapped in the bubble wrap, and you can just
Oh, hold
tell
on,
that
buddy. You're freezing up.
the people at Vinegar, and just like you, I haven't popped mine in yet, but oh, sorry. Um, you can just tell that they really care about these movies at Vinegar Syndrome, and um, I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have, like you, the time thing. But I'm sure the transfer is going to be awesome on it. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
All right. Well, let's. The back is metal. I don't know if this is the back or front, but it's a beautiful
That's
metallic.
the back.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep, that's the back, and that's just a foil print.
Mm-hmm. And did you have anything like? Is there anything that went into this? Is it basically the movie, the original movie poster, and then you added onto it?
Yeah, basically the art we got in looked just like that. Obviously not on the foil.
Mm-hmm.
It was just flat, and then we have to run it through a program and cut it all apart into different layers. So we have to separate, RL from the clouds
Mm-hmm.
and the logo rad from the bike, and you got to stack them all in a program and program it to give it depth and things like that. But yeah, I believe that was the actual art from the original art.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, it didn't look like a repop or anything. I think it's the real deal, but I'm not sure.
All right. And then if you look on the sides, it's just a logo with a, where's it at? A chick standing there. All right,
Yeah.
let's get to the part that everyone keeps talking about. This beautiful poster on the front, and then Hell Track on the back. What can you tell us about this lovely piece of art, sir?
Well, here's my beef. Two-sided posters. I want to show both sides, man. What am I supposed to
Yeah,
do?
I get it. You're right.
Would it have killed you to put two posters in there? Yeah, no, I love it. We didn't have anything to do with that piece. I'm not sure where that came from, but I love the concept. But I don't like two-sided posters because I really love the art on both sides, and you got to kind of pick a side. Or if you're weird like me, you'll frame it and you'll flip it every couple months so you can see either side.
Well, my plan is that hopefully I'll run into Bill sooner than later and have him sign it, and then I'll have it framed. Because this is a big deal. We waited a long
Yeah,
time for this whole. It should be celebrated.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So let me fold this back perfectly. All right.
I was thinking of like flattening mine out, like on HB Tuesdays on the sidewalk,
Mm.
and just having guys like do like power skids on it, and then signing like where they kind of burnt through with their tire. Just have it all trashed and stuff. But
Y-
hey, check it out.
You would
It's
give
one
the
of a
you would
kind.
give the collectors a stroke, or maybe not.
That's the good thing about being in the industry I'm in. I can just print another one.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So, is there anything else about the DVD that comes to mind that you would like to mention, or something we left out?
Not really. Like I said, I don't want to take all the credit for it. We're a team. But yeah, we were all super. Well, I was the most excited about it, but some of the younger guys I work with were like, "This looks stupid." I'm like, you don't understand. So,
They don't get
um,
it.
but yeah, no, it was really
Okay.
cool.
Well, as the people can see that are watching, the whole screen is Twenties for Life. Beau is one half of it with Jamie Kaiser. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Twenties for Life?
Sure. Actually, I met you at Old School Bike Show in Indiana. I think it's going on 3 years now, maybe more. I can't remember. And you kind of did a goofy little interview with me, but I had watched you prior to that. Made some stupid comments, but I've always had a dream of you know having a something to do with BMX, and I always wanted to do like a clothing line or just something. I mean, I'm not a great rider. I've had fun, but I still love it. I love to be a part of it, and I love everyone in it. And so I wanted to come up with kind of a cool old school looking clothing line. So I talked to Jamie about it one day, and he's like, "Yeah, we should do it." And I'm kind of like I'm kind of usually the man behind the curtain. I'm the wizard, and I let kind of Jamie do the talking. I'm more of the, quiet, artsy guy. But Jamie's done a great job just going out there and promoting it. He's an awesome friend, and we just have fun with it. We've met so many cool people. We've got really good responses on it. It's funny because I was a little worried at first, like some people wouldn't kind of get down with the colors. Like that's kind of girly, dude. But people that know. I mean, these colors were in freestyle back in the '80s, and they kind of represent back then as well as now. I kind of picked these colors to kind of give like a nod to the old school look, as well as kind of bring it into the new school. And as we all know, like new school bikes are
Mm.
black. And it's like I love color, and I just love that whole era of we watched this sport just grow in front of our eyes, and we all helped put a little seed in that dirt and came up with tricks and names and parts, and just had so much fun with it. And it was such an awesome time, and it still is. So I just wanted to have a little part of that, so I started TFL with Jamie. We're mainly kind of a clothing and stickers line. Eventually, we want to get into maybe some small parts. But that's down the line. That definitely costs some money. Um, but yeah, it's just been a really cool experience, and I think I've told you before, but like you really inspired me to just go for it and throw the hook out in the water and see what happens, and I did, and it's been a really really cool experience. I've met you, I've met Eddie Fiola. I haven't met Bill Allen personally yet, or Martin Eprio yet, but hopefully someday I'll get to go out west with Jamie, and he'll introduce me to these guys. I've talked to them on the phone and emailed and stuff back and forth, and done little jobs for them here and there. But yeah, I really love designing, and it's really been eye opening how many guys are just getting back into this. It's really really cool, and it's such a cool fun community. It's this brotherhood that you just feel like you were kids. If you saw someone on a BMX bike, they were in your cool book, and like you got to know them, and like at least for us, we would go to their town and we'd ride with them, and they'd show us their spots, and then they come to our town and they'd ride with us, and we'd show them our spots, and then it would just grow from there. And now, because of the internet and Facebook and YouTube and stuff, I mean, it's a small world, and it's really
All
really
right.
cool.
Well, let me. Are you okay with taking a couple questions from the chat room? All right.
Absolutely.
There is. Let's see what's going on here. Courtney Howell would like to know: do you have kids size shirts of TFL?
The smalls we have currently are smalls, and we are looking to expand. We're actually I've been in the works building a website for a few months now. I even advertised it on our Facebook page. That's kind of our main voice right now. But eventually, once that gets up and running, I want it to work super smooth, so I don't want any hiccups. So I'm kind of being real picky about it. But once it gets up and running, yeah, we're gonna have kids line all the way up to 3x. So the smallest we have right now is just a small, which we have quite a few on hand. So let me know. We prefer that you private message us. That way we can keep your address and things private. And yeah, we've shipped shirts all over the world, so it's been really cool to know that, hey, my shirt's floating around in New Zealand somewhere, something I drew up on my computer, on the boss
Mhm.
man's time. But I say that out loud.
All right. Well, we are going to start winding this up. Before we do, thank you for taking time out to come and hang out and talk to the OFG fans or the OFG community. I hate the word fans.
Oh,
So, before we go, if people would like to learn more about TFL BMX or Beau, how do they contact you or find out more information?
like I said, our main voice right now is on Facebook. It's TF or 20s for Life BMX. We also have an Instagram page, so if you put that in, either one. And I just want to clarify something because some people get it, some people don't. 20s for Life, the name. They're like being a 20-year-old forever, and I'm like, no, which would be cool, but um, back in our little group, we just called our bikes 20s because they were 20-inch bike, 20-inch wheels. So, hey, you want to go ride 20s tonight? So we're talking about, the bike, not the age.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're on Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, we've got a domain right now for a website. I just have to get things finalized on that. And we offer shirts, stickers. We're offering hoodies now and sweatshirts. Looking into going into hats and possibly like garage jackets. We'll see how that goes. As you know, something like this means you have to have a lot of inventory on hand, and
Hmm.
it gets a little spendy. And it's just two guys. We both are just living check to check. So, but we're gonna offer some really cool stuff. And my mind's all over the place, so you'll see a lot of designs coming out
Okay.
a lot.
Well, just know that you are a friend of the channel. You guys are brothers. If there's anything you guys want to promote, please hit me up. I am more than happy to help you out. Before we say goodbye to Beau, is there anyone or anything you would like to tell the OFG community?
Um, I guess all I can say is the first thing I said to you when you asked me kind of a similar question the very first time we met, and let's just keep this rolling and keep it fun. I mean, that's what it's always meant to be. It's just a creative outlet, and take care of each other. And there's no attitudes with us. And I mean, we've met such cool people through this whole journey. And yeah, just have fun with it and celebrate. I mean, do what you can do. If it's just cruising around the block on your bike, that's cool. I mean, no one's gonna judge you that you can't whip out a 360 backflip. It's not about that. I mean, we get it. We hurt. We're old. We've
Hmm.
got kids. We've got responsibilities. So yeah, just keep those pedals moving and keep this thing going. It's changed my life, and I know it'll change yours if you're thinking about it. If you're like, I don't know. I mean, dude, you're gonna meet people that are gonna be your best friends.
All right.
Uh, yeah, that's about it.
All right. I am going to close your window. And Beau, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it very much. All right. We are going to wrap this up. Before I do, I would like to let you know that Chris, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, from Grudge BMX. I'll make a promo for it, but he's going to come hang out on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. So keep an eye out for that. We are going to wrap this up. This video that was 30 years in the making. So thank you for tuning in. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by going to www.ofgbmx.com. We've got shirts, we've got some stickers, there's some jerseys left. Go check it out. And other than that, everybody be good to each other. Ride, ride, ride if you can. And we'll leave it at that. Peace out, friends.